I fully believe my childhood home was haunted. When I was a kid, I lived in a house with my cousins until we eventually moved out. I lived there until I was 12. I've had a variety of experiences there, and I know they were real because my family has had similar experiences. My first encounter was while I was watching TV in my room. Suddenly, the dresser in the hallway began making loud banging noises. The sound was made by the metal hoops slamming against the wood. I could see them moving from where I was lying. Every time I would get up to look closer, it would stop. Obviously, I was freaked out. After a while, it stopped, and I just continued watching TV. It couldn't have been my sibling or a cousin messing around, as my family was out and my cousins were visiting a family out of state. The second thing I remember was constantly hearing voices. They would always be in my mother's voice, calling out either my name or a sibling's. Once I went downstairs thinking my parents had come home, but there was nothing. The only thing out of place was a teacup sitting on the table in the living room. The teacup brings me to another thing that happened often. Nearly every night I would hear cups clinking together. I would go downstairs after hearing it sometimes, but nothing looked different. This was the last major experience I had. It occurred a few months after my grandfather's passing. Sometimes I would sleep in his room as we were very close, and it was comforting. One night while I was drifting off, the cabinets in the room that held his medication began violently slamming and banging. I could see a figure in the hallway, hunched over and convulsing. This image is literally burned into my memory from how horrific it was to 9-year-old me.